Hey everybody, welcome back to Inspired Dishes. Today I will be making stewed okras and tomatoes. Now I love this recipe. It tastes so good and it's so simple. So here we about to start. Now I'm going to be using bacon. You want to cut that up in half. You don't want the whole, the whole slice. Now this is my okra. This is frozen. However, I usually use fresh, but it really doesn't matter. That is my can of tomato paste. I will be making my own, sauce. Also, yeah, I'll just add it in some water. So, yeah, you can use regular water, but I like to use bottled. It's more safer. I have some few tomatoes that I cut up. There was the small tomatoes, but I cut them up in half. I will be seasoning it with my onion powder as well as my salt. And of course, I have a little bit of apple cider vinegar in order to cut the acidity of the tomatoes. And that's about it. So, yeah, let's get started. All right, so we're going to move over to the stove. Now, on medium-high, I'm going to put in my bacon. And mind you, I did cut those in half because it was a little too long. So, yeah, you just want to let that cook on both sides. Now, I pretty much did that for another batch. After I got finished with the first batch, I put some more in, and I just pretty much repeated in the stub. And that probably made about 6 bacons. Mind you, we're going to keep a few other bacons that's raw. Keep this to the side. And I'll let you know what I'm about to do with that as well. And notice I didn't use any grease because it makes its own grease when you cook the bacon. So you want to pour into a bowl because if you keep it in there, it's gonna splatter every time, So yeah, you just want to pour that out. And when you're done with all the bacon, all the oil that you took out, you're going to pour it back in there because we're going to use that to saute the vegetables. As you see right here, yeah, you don't want to dispose of that oil. So yeah, use that bacon fat. When I say it allows so much flavor and everything. So yeah, we're going to be using that to saute the onions and the bell peppers. Okay, now about 2 or 3 minutes later, I'm going to add in my tomatoes that I showed you that I cut up. And yeah, we just want to saute that as well. And about probably a minute or so, I'm going to be adding in my frozen okra as well. Alright, so yeah, I emptied out all the okra, and yes, that was a whole bag. So yeah, you want to let that cook as well. Now, right here, I added my tomato paste, the whole can, and I'm pretty much going to thin that out with my apple cider vinegar. Just put you about probably 3 to 4 cupfuls. We don't put you too much in there. And yeah, and that's what I'm going to be using in the water in order to thin it out. I did add some more water in order to thin it out more. Now, I'm pretty much going to be seasoning it. And as I showed you earlier, it's going to be with the salt and the onion powder. Just put you a little bit in there, not too much. You don't want it too salty. So pretty much, I'm going to put my bacon now. I cut that in half, but what I should have did is cut it like in 4 pieces in order to make it a little bit more smaller. Now, I pretty much just advise you, if you do this recipe, which I want you to, hopefully you do. But yeah, just make your bacon a little bit shorter. Now, the bacon that I fried earlier, if I didn't tell you, I did take that out the pan and that's sitting to the side. So I let that simmer pretty much on low heat for about 5 minutes. Now I'm going to add in my bacon that I already have cooked, the fried bacon. Yes, you want to go ahead and add that to the equation as well. So yeah, after you add all of that back into the pan, you pretty much just want to let that simmer on low medium heat for about 20. I think I let mine cook for about 20 minutes, about 20 to 25 minutes, and you just want to let that simmer. Also, you want to taste it too, just to make sure it's salted enough, to your liking. And yeah, I'm going to taste it, and it tasted pretty good. Make sure everything's cooked. About after 20 minutes, I'm going to plate it over some Spanish rice that I have, and I'll let you know how it looks. Yes, yeah. Yes, it looks so good, y'all. I'm about to go in for another plate, y'all, right here. No, but yeah, this is my yellow rice, and I'm about to taste it. First, I just wanted to taste it without the rice, so just so I can get that, flavor, the taste of the actual stew okra, tomatoes and okras. And yeah, it was so good. And then I'm going to taste it with the bacon. And yes, just the combination of the fried bacon and just the regular bacon, it was so good. Like I told you, the only thing I would do differently is cut my bacon a little bit, smaller, the one that was not fried. But other than that, it was so good, y'all. It was so good. I see a lot of people use it with regular canned tomatoes, which is good as well. Great. But I used it with the tomato paste, and it was so good, y'all. So make sure you try this recipe. Make sure you like, make sure you share, and try this recipe, y'all. Y'all have a blessed day.